Showtime! What's up, world? It's your boss, Internationalzoe. And I'm back from my trip to Punta Cana. Basically, I was in the Bavaro area. And that's where the nightlife is, the Affinity Plaza, where most things go on. So I stayed about 5-10 minutes in that villa. We did the villa video. Thanks to all of you who watch, like, subscribe, share the video. I forget to say that all the time, but it's done. And here's my take on Punta Cana. Now, I've been hearing through the grapevine for over a year that Punta Cana, it's really got it going on. It's a lot of fun, and so on and so forth. So I went down to Punta Cana. I get to the airport. It's like 300 people there. One thing you will see is that people are there for vacation. Like they say, I think it's true still to this day, but it has been for some time that Dominican Republic is the #1 tourist destination in the Caribbean. That's what has been said for the last few years, or maybe more. I don't know, but that's how I know it. So, and have I ever been to Punta Cana before? Yes, I've been to Punta Cana before when I was married, probably like 20, I think it was 2018, okay? Now, I decided to rent a car because, you know, they say it's spread out and, you know, you can't just walk everywhere. Even if you're in Puerto Plata and you go beyond to Sosua, you need a car to go to Cabarete or into Puerto Plata. So getting a car is no big deal for me. Got the car, got to the villa, liked the villa. Villa was nice. Stayed one night at the Flamboyant, which was close to everything because something happened with the water at the villa and they straightened it out. So I arrived on a Saturday night and I went out on the Saturday night. Now the Saturday night was thriving. It was busy. Infinity Plaza, I guess whoever put, Infinity has 4 pieces in the plaza. Whoever the owner is, I don't know his name. They have the Infinity Bar and Lounge, which is like the club. They have Infinity Terrace, which is like a bar, outside bar. I don't know if they sell food there or not. I didn't ask. You have the Infinity Strip Club, and then you have the Infinity car detailing thing over there. So I didn't really look into that, but you will see some luxury cars in there. The owner has like he has like one of those cyber trucks and another car. I don't know, it was a Jeep or something. So anyway, I did not go into the strip club that Saturday night because they wanted $20. I did not go into the Infinity Lounge and Bar because they wanted $20, and it was packed. It was packed. It was packed. Like, you know, so I said, okay, I'm not doing that. So Empire is the other place that's there, and there's another little spot that I didn't go to, but Empire is looks like a strip club or a bar, but they don't have clientele yet. I went in there a few times. Every time I went that way, and they were always empty. Going to Drink Point. Drink Point is like a club bar. There's a lot of tables. It's not really a dance floor, but there's some room to dance. But I saw a mix of mangoes and tourists. So it was a decent amount of guys and girls from America or Canada. The music is good DJ. Hung out, you know, you see, it's not like, if you want to compare it, it's not, you can't really compare it to Roombas, but I guess it's the closest thing you could say. But it's a lot. Inside the plaza, there's people going from club to club or bar to club, and it's a lot of Americans there, flat out. I went to a few nice restaurants. I went to one called Noah. This was recommended by the Airbnb host. I went to Noah. I went to Citrus, excuse me, and I went to Jellyfish. Jellyfish was the most impressive. It was on the beach. You could go to the beach after you eat. It was a cool breeze. It was where people go on the boat rides or whatever, the boat parties, and rent boats. That was wonderful. And that was like 15 minutes from where I was staying. Enjoyed the food, enjoyed the view. You're able to go on the beach. There was a little bit of that seaweed because of the season, so there wasn't many people in the water, but there was a lot of boats pulling up. That was the best restaurant. Second, I think, was Citrus, and then Noah was good too. There's a local restaurant there that's right on the strip. Food is pretty decent there, but it's simple, basic food. So let me get down to the nitty gritty. And I know that you want to say, is Punta Cana a better option than Sosua? Is Bavaro better than Sosua? And, minus the fact of what has just transpired in Sosua, minus the fact, and I'll get back to that in a minute, I found it, so the next Friday, because I came on Saturday, but by Friday, I had gone. Now, there's also another club outside of the plaza called J Plane, and he was only open for 2 weeks. That's where Genesis works. It's just couches. It's more like a lounge, just couches and bottle service. And you don't have to get a bottle. You could get a 6-pack, a beer. You know what I mean? So they had a artist from Dominican Republic, and he must have been kind of big because everybody in there knew his songs. It was packed that night. And this guy kind of got something going on there. And he's building a restaurant right next to the club. And then he got some after hours stuff next to the restaurant he's about to. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I ain't gonna put nobody on the spot. So when Friday comes back, I get to see the big crowd again. I say, okay, today I'm going to pay. And one more thing I forgot. Today I'm going to pay. Well, let me not skip this. There's casino too. So we go to casino, and it's kind of comparison to the casino in Sosua. But there's a lot of foreigners in there, and I'm talking about guys and girls. And they kind of got these like tip girls. I guess they'll dance for you and you give dollars. But it's a nice size, good music, but it's a big mixture of tourists. And you got some mangoes, but it's more tourists. And now when I finally decide that Friday, everything is packed, jumping again, I say, I'm going to pay to go into Infinity Bar Lounge. Packed with ninjas. I mean, it looked like they was on the wall because they got this like stage or something in the middle, packed with ninjas. Then they got these sections. I mean, literally, all I could do, and they're going to take your $20 and tell you it's good. All you could do is go in and go around. It's going to take you like 10 minutes just to go around and come back to the entrance and leave. Because it is so packed that it's ridiculous. And if you didn't tell me I was in Dominican Republic, I would have thought I was in Atlanta or Chicago or somewhere. It's not packed with New Yorkers. I could tell. It wasn't packed with New Yorkers. Of course, there probably was some New Yorkers in there, but it was some nigga-ish, man. I would not want, and the energy was nigga-ish. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that I'm sure a fight could have jumped off very easily. It was like that, just getting around and bumping into people. It was some straight nigga shit. I would never want to be in there again. Sorry. And then I give them the money and go into their strip club. Empty. A couple out-of-towners dudes in there. There was a couple ratchet joints in there. It was just disappointing. Okay? Very disappointing. For a guy like me and a guy of my taste level, Punta Cana is not it at all. Now, if you go to Punta Cana to go to the resort, to hang out with your girl, to go to one of those really nice resorts, or even if you're outside of resorts and you do the other clubs that they're to go to for everybody, cool. it's doable. But to me, if it comes to single men going to have fun, Punta Cana is not better than Sosua. Now, I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to become of Sosua, but I would not give it an edge. Even though I went to Sosua, it was 3 years since I've been that way. My personal opinion, I do not, and they had, all you see is braids and the curly braids and that fragrance that they put in the braids and out of shape women, a mixture of ugly and out of shape fat women with skimpy clothes. Not everybody was like that, but man, and also the girls there, I know people chop up their videos and show you beautiful. You think like you're going to go see those extra beauties when you go there. You think you're going to see that extra baddie, but that you saw in the video. It's not so. It's not so. Like, there were no better than the girls that you would see in Sosua, honestly. And to add injury to insult, what they were asking for is double that of Sosua. And they, in no way do they look like they deserve it. They think they deserve it just because this is Punta Cana. And so, all in all, I'm glad I went to see for myself. It just adds another layer of, Dominican Republic is cool, but if I had to choose, I would go back to the zoo. And mind you, all of this just happened in the zoo. I guess God would I'd be on time. I'm on time. I went to the zoo. And is it a need for me to go back there many times a year? No, but overall, I had more fun in the zoo or in Puerto Plata than I had in Punta Cana. Now, the good thing is that Punta Cana has nice restaurants. There's a nice culinary thing there. You get the ambiance that you might be looking for if you're a classy dude. You can find that very easily in Punta Cana by going to some of the other restaurants. They have the nice ambiance you want, restaurant, nice upscale stuff on the beach. You can get upscale in Punta Cana it's kind of hard to come by in Puerto Plata and Sosua. It's more mom and pop there, in my opinion. But fun, if the guys are going to have fun strictly with the mangoes, Punta Cana does not have it. And I said this in my video, and I know y'all gonna be like, I said to the video, the end of the road for the so-called passport bros. I said this in my video. I said, either it's going to turn into being priced out, meaning that the prices are going to start being ridiculous to people, or the country will do something about it. So who knows? But it's obvious that the country is trying to do something about it. It's been said that they have cleaned up other areas. Who knows how long they will keep this fight going? Who knows if it will last or pass? But it's obvious that there's a portion of the country who does not want that black eye. And I said this would happen. So I would have to say, even in the darkest hours of the Sioux, if it goes back to what it was, even if they clean it up a little bit, for single guys going to have fun, this is better than Punta Cana. Punta Cana I do not travel around the world to party with a bunch of black Americans. And the level of ratchetness from my era to this era, it's like triple fold. So, no, I do not want to be partying around Americans and their energy. Sorry. Black people, we hard to deal with. And everybody is not ratchet and everybody is not ghetto, but Lord, it's like the music is helping or pushing or promoting the ratchetness. It's like hand in hand. I don't know. I can't blame the music, but I do not want to be around that energy. When you go to the casino in Sosua, it's Dominican women, it's some Dominican guys, but American men. A nice match, a crossover. Over there, you got, and it's Sankey Panky going over on Punta Cana too. Seen several white women with tall, handsome, muscular Dominican men, all tongue kissing them in the mouth, and the Dominican men got them bent over in the club, and you know they all in the Dominican dude's face, so like they're foremothers because they made a documentary on Sankey Panky, I think I'm saying it right, in the Dominican Republic when it was big in Boca Chica. It's still going on. Them white girls from where I don't know where they were because wasn't close enough to hear them speak, but they was all down there buying Dominican men and some of the black women too. So it's funny. It's funny, but I would not say that it's better. And I'll try to add some clips in here from the night so you get a visual, but nah. So if the Sue is over and your only option is Punta Cana, if you still, so the Dominican Republic is your place, it's for an acquired taste, and it definitely ain't for my taste. Internationalzoe, love is love, life is life, loyalty is priceless. Peace.
Are you not entertained?